Not every war begins with bombs. Some start with rhythms. The modern battlefield is attention. The weapon is repetition. And the target is your mind. TikTok doesn't just serve content. IT patterns stimulation. A loop of scroll, react, reward. You're not consuming for pleasure. You're being trained to seek it. Endlessly. TikTok banned a parrot. Not for profanity, nudity, or lies, but for sharing a scroll of observations. No politics, no predictions. Just facts. But apparently, truth is now subversive. The double standard bikini videos, greenlit and promoted scam, thirst traps featured daily. But a parrot in a lab coat, reading facts off a scroll, national security threat apparently, the satire full of innuendo, sea lion, mating jokes, and fantasy guppies. It passed with flying colors. Until someone viewed it, then poof banned again. It is not what you say, it is what it reveals. Sexual identity confusion. Promoted equals more deliberate. Societal degradation. Through entertainment. Patterns. The real violation. It's not the scrolls. It's the signal they send. The people are watching. And waking up. And the narrative keepers. They panic when you think for yourself. This isn't content moderation. It's narrative control. Your attention is their currency. And the cost of truth is silence. So we kept the receipts. And we're not done scrolling. This is behavioral psychology. Skinner box mechanics. Variable rewards, unpredictable reinforcement. The same method used to train rats in cages now trains humans with screens. Truth is filtered, outrage is promoted, sex is rewarded. Observation is punished, it's not neutral, it's curated erosion. In China, the app is called Douyin, where they limit screen time, promote education. This encourages nationalism. In the West, chaos, cleavage, confusion. Not coincidence, design. This is soft war. Not by missile, but by meme. Not to invade, but to influence. Not to conquer land, but to claim belief and behavior. If we don't control the rhythm, we become the drum. It's time to look up, to question the scroll and to recognize the sound of slow surrender. Viewer discretion, exercise. What gets banned? What gets blessed? The long Great Reset patterns of conscious correction. Something has changed, not just in headlines or weather reports, but in the rhythm of the planet itself. 1. Solar and geomagnetic activity. Severe geomagnetic storm, a powerful coronal mass ejection, CME, struck Earth on June 1, 2025, with speeds exceeding 1,000 kilometers. This event led to a G4, severe geomagnetic storm, causing auroras visible across multiple U.S. states. AKP index, the geomagnetic K index, reached 8 on June 1st, indicating a significant disturbance in Earth's magnetic field. 4. Biological anomalies. Oarfish sighting. A rare oarfish, often referred to as a doomsday fish, was discovered on Ocean Beach near Strahan, Tasmania. The appearance of such deep-sea creatures near the surface is considered unusual, and talk is sometimes associated. 2 oarfish have washed ashore. Unusual solar storm activity continues. No conclusion, just data. Result, banned. Political misinformation, they said. No opinion, no prediction. Just patterns. From the depths of suppressed knowledge. Rees is a creature, not bound by biology or facts. They identify as a deep, horny splash. Neither fish nor fantasy. The Dick Day Guppy seeks shoreline validation. Selfies with sea lions. And he's the stud at the tide pools. Result approved. Until it got views. Then it too was banished. But only after it started trending. So here's the riddle. When truth is banned, and nonsense is monetized, what is the platform teaching us? What does it want you to think? And who benefits? I'm just a parrot. But even I can smell a trap. Share this scroll, and ask yourself, who gets flagged next? Patterns of psychological manipulation. How rhythm, repetition, and reward become weapons in the war for attention, and eventually, belief. The human brain is simple to confuse when fed rhythm, reward, and repetition. That's not entertainment. That's programming, especially when the patterns bypass reason and trigger dopamine instead. Welcome to scroll-based mind control. The China version of TikTok. In China, the app is called Douyin. There is no sexual content, no mindless trends. Only educational material, cultural pride, and curated achievement. That version builds a nation. Ours breaks one. America's feed. What do we get? Sex-driven audio, bait mental illness as identity, nonsensical life hacks. Gender politics wrapped in glitter, and manufactured outrage to keep us addicted to rage. Every scroll, a shot of engineered confusion. Reward loop design. Scroll, smile, rage, repeat like a slot machine. Every swipe is a gamble. Will I laugh, cry, feel envy, or explode? Emotional whiplash is not a bug, it's the point. The design is working perfectly. Control through chaos. When everyone is confused, the loudest voice wins. When no one trusts the truth. Control defaults to those with the power to filter reality. That's not a free market of ideas. That's a curated zoo of illusions. Hidden military doctrine. Psychological warfare. Is tanks and troops its influence without invasion. China doesn't need to land troops if it can rot the will of the people through sexual bait, ideological chaos, and the digital dopamine addiction. My closing thought in the old days. Enemies stormed the gates. Today they slide into your scroll feed. I'm just a parrot, but even I know, if the algorithm shapes the battlefield, you better know who wrote the code. Resistance by awareness. You don't fight algorithms with anger, you outgrow them with clarity. The first step to resisting narrative control is to see the pattern. Algorithms are not evil, but those who train them may not have your well-being in mind. Step 1. Watch what watches you. Pattern recognition is power. You have been trained to crave the scroll, but did you notice what it trains you to feel? Shame, anger, desire, comparison. That's not your organic state. That's their chosen pattern. Break the loop by naming it. You are not too angry. You are not too distracted. You are reacting exactly as the system was built to provoke. Your attention is not weak. It's under siege, and siege can be lifted. How the resistance begins. Don't unplug out of fear. Stay aware in awareness. Share what you see. Not as a victim, but as a witness. That's how resistance begins. Clarity shared without venom. Algorithms learn from patterns, so teach them who you are. Search with curiosity. Scroll with intention. Like the content that sharpens you. They cannot stop your signal if it resonates too loud to ignore. The system isn't scared of silence, scared of resonance. One parrot, one page, one voice that sees clearly. breaks the illusion for thousands. So keep watching, keep naming, and let clarity echo. Constructive platforms and counter-narratives. When a platform silences truth, we build where truth echoes louder. Platforms are tools, not gods. TikTok is not the enemy. YouTube is not the savior. Platforms are tools, programmable, monetized, manipulable. Your power lies in knowing which tools to uplift and which ones to reprogram. How do you spot platform bias? Truth flagged as harmful observations, labeled political porn, normalized. But science, censored appeals, denied or delayed without explanation. These are not bugs or glitches. They are policy designed to curate your consent. Not all is lost. YouTube allows open appeals. X supports contrarian thinkers. Rumble fosters uncensored speech. Open source media offers full sovereignty. The key is presence with purpose. Don't just post. Position your signal where it resonates. Algorithms optimize for ease, but wisdom takes effort. Friction is not your enemy, it's your filter. If a platform makes it too easy to agree, swipe, and consume, you are likely the product, not the participant. Mirror platforms are coming. Web3 and decentralized hubs will change the game, and truth will no longer rely on gatekeepers. It will rely on you ownership of your voice, your data, your archive. That's the future. Prepare now while the door is still open. We're not here to cancel TikTok. We're here to outgrow it. Where suppression fails, resonance thrives. Build scrolls, start mirrors, teach truth by how you speak, not just what you say.